Hey everyone, and welcome back to How To Hub. Before we dive into today's fascinating topic, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Trust me, you won't want to miss what we've got coming up. Today, we're taking you behind the scenes of something you probably use or see every day but never really think about: diesel fuel. Ever wonder how that black crude oil buried deep underground becomes the clean diesel that powers semi-trucks, tractors, and maybe even your car? Well, you're in for a treat because we're breaking down the entire process step by step. Let's kick things off at the very beginning. Picture this. Millions of years ago, ancient plants and marine life got buried under layers of rock and sediment. Over time, heat and pressure transformed this organic matter into what we know today as crude oil, a thick, dark, gooey substance that's basically nature's treasure chest of energy. Stuff out of the ground is no joke. We're talking about massive offshore oil rigs that look like floating cities, or those familiar pump jacks you see bobbing up and down in oil fields. These operations pull up crude oil that's packed with all sorts of hydrocarbon compounds. Think of it like a complex cocktail that needs to be separated into its individual ingredients. Now, here's where things get interesting. Most oil extraction sites are in pretty remote locations. Middle of the ocean, deserts, you name it. But refineries? They're strategically placed near major cities and industrial areas where the fuel is actually needed. So how do we bridge that gap? Enter the incredible world of oil transportation. We've got pipelines stretching thousands of miles across continents, massive oil tankers the size of several football fields crossing oceans, and rail cars carrying this liquid gold across countries. It's honestly mind-blowing when you think about the logistics involved. One pipeline rupture or tanker issue, and suddenly gas prices spike nationwide. That's how connected this whole system is. Once our crude oil finally arrives at the refinery, this is where the real magic happens. Imagine a tower that's several stories tall. We're talking about 100 feet or more. This distillation column gets heated to around 660 degrees Fahrenheit. And here's the cool part. Different compounds in crude oil have different boiling points. When we pump up the crude oil in and crank up the heat, lighter stuff like gasoline vapors rise to the top, diesel settles somewhere in the middle, and heavier products like asphalt sink to the bottom. It's like nature's own sorting system. But we don't stop there. For those really heavy compounds that are stubborn, we use vacuum distillation. By reducing the pressure, we can make them boil at lower temperatures, squeezing out every last drop of useful product. Here's something most people don't realize. Raw diesel straight from distillation is pretty dirty stuff. It's loaded with sulfur and other nasties that would create serious pollution if we just burned it as is. That's where hydrotreatment comes in. One of the most crucial steps in the whole process. Picture pumping hydrogen gas into the diesel under intense pressure. The hydrogen acts like a molecular cleaning crew, grabbing onto sulfur atoms and other contaminants, transforming them into compounds we can easily remove. This isn't just about meeting environmental regulations, though that's huge. It's about creating fuel that won't damage engines or poison the air we breathe. Not everything in crude oil is naturally the right size for diesel. Some hydrocarbon molecules are way too big and heavy to be useful. That's where cracking comes into play. And yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. There are two main ways to crack these molecular giants. Catalytic cracking uses special catalysts, think of them as molecular scissors, to speed up the breaking process, while thermal cracking just blasts everything with intense heat until the big molecules fall apart. Either way, we're taking what would otherwise be waste and turning it into more diesel, gasoline, and other useful fuels. By now, our diesel is looking pretty good, but we're not done yet. Just like how you might add ingredients to perfect a recipe, refineries blend in carefully selected additives. These aren't random chemicals. Each one serves a specific purpose. Some prevent the fuel from foaming up, which could cause engine problems. Others improve lubricity, so your engine parts don't wear out as quickly, and still others help the diesel perform consistently, whether it's freezing cold in Minnesota or blazing hot in Arizona. It's these small details that make the difference between okay, fuel and fuel that keeps engines running smoothly for hundreds of thousands of miles. The last step is distribution. And honestly, it's almost as complex as making the diesel in the first place. Our finished product gets stored in massive tanks at the refinery. We're talking millions of gallons. From there, it's loaded onto tanker trucks, those big silver cylinders you see on highways, or pumped into pipelines that distribute it to gas stations, truck stops, and industrial facilities across the country. The timing has to be perfect. Too little diesel at a truck stop on a busy interstate, and commerce literally grinds to a halt. Too much, and you're tying up expensive storage capacity. It's a delicate balance that most of us never think about. Here's something that might surprise you. Diesel isn't just for vehicles. When the power goes out at hospitals, airports, or data centers, what keeps the lights on? Diesel generators. These facilities can't afford even a few minutes without power. Imagine a hospital in the middle of surgery or a data center hosting your favorite streaming service. During natural disasters, portable diesel generators become literal lifelines. When hurricanes knock out power grids or earthquakes disrupt infrastructure, these units provide emergency power for everything from medical equipment to communication systems. It's diesel fuel that often makes the difference between chaos and maintaining some semblance of normal life during emergencies. And there you have it, the incredible journey from crude oil buried deep underground to the diesel fuel that keeps our modern world running. It's pretty amazing when you think about all the science, engineering, and logistics that go into something we often take for granted. If this video opened your eyes to something new, smash that like button. It really helps us out and lets us know you want to see more content like this. And hey, if you're not already subscribed to How To Hub, what are you waiting for? We've got tons more fascinating deep dives into how everyday things actually work. Drop a comment below and let us know what process you'd like us to break down next. We read every single one, and your suggestions often become our next videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one, where we continue exploring the incredible world around us, one process at a time.